Hi, I'm Peter J. Ray. Welcome to Adventures in History. Today's topic is Dearest Mother and Dad. Love, Ruth, John, Mark, Patricia, and Peter. 1975. Part 158. This is based on the first part of the original publication, Small Shaw Family Memories Collection, or SFMC number 74, published on January 1st, 2002. 21508 Avalon Drive, Rocky River, Ohio, 44116. January 29th, 1975. Dearest Mother, Shar gave me these pictures for Christmas that she took last year of our garden and my 50th surprise birthday. Thought you might like to look at them, show them to Bud, and return to us. It was so thoughtful of her. She also gave me a pen, a big red fountain pen. Big Red is big and warm and friendly. Please return. She thought it appropriate since John calls me Red. I thought it funny. We'll send you the pictures of our Christmas Bahama trip. Love, Ruth. Fairview Hospital, room 629B, Fairview, Ohio, June 19th, 1975. Dearest Mother and Dad, I'm sitting by Patty's bed in the hospital. She's had and is having quite an ordeal. 21 years ago today, I was in St. Luke's Hospital having sort of an ordeal myself, having Pamela. The cord was around her neck and her face was blue. John and I took some roses to the cemetery this morning, and I just brought some up for Patty, all from our garden. The roses are especially beautiful and lush this year. We have been most fortunate to have both girls. They've been so lovely and wonderful. Yesterday was Patty's operation, and I was here for 16 hours from 7:40 a.m. till 11:45 at night. The operation went very well, 2.5 hours instead of 4. Pat Metro, our next-door neighbor, operated and came to see John and I in the waiting room much earlier than we anticipated, and said that all went perfectly, that everything went into place just right. June 30th, 1975. So much has been happening the last 2 weeks that I should have written several letters. The day of Patty's operation, I read The Holy Spirit and You. John and I went to the chapel to pray before and after her operation. It all went well, but she had a lot of blood and bile come up after, and since she couldn't do anything herself, they had a machine that sucked it out. I didn't dare leave her until almost midnight when they got a nurse to sit with her. She was in the recovery room with constant care for about 5 hours afterwards. She has made a beautiful recovery and came home in a week and is now going to summer school, taking American government. We don't even think she'll have scars. Her jaws will be wired shut for some time, so she's on only juices and soup. While she was still in the hospital, 2 days after her surgery, the day after I started this letter, we all went down to the cathedral for Peter Beebe's verdict, and John has sent you the newspapers about that. I had felt good about seeing in the newspaper that morning about the Canadian decision, but were quite sorry about Peter Beebe's guilty verdict. We were on television. We were down in Oberlin for Communion Sunday with the women priests and were having a meeting afterwards. We had called Mark and Pam Williams to meet us at the Oberlin Inn for dinner. The television asked to take some films and shot for about an hour. John tried to call Mark, but we were an hour late. After dinner, Mark discovered his wonderful dog unconscious in the van. It was so hot. He put him in water and gave him some, took him to the vet for glucose. We had to go see Patty. Mark called the next night when we were at Bible study. His dog Zachary had died at the vet's that night. I felt so awful and responsible. I just loved that dog so much. He was almost human. I cried almost all night. Mark was heartbroken. Of course, we're crushed about the verdict. John and Peter Beebe will decide about an appeal, but it isn't hopeful, as the bishop heading the appeal court is against women priests, period. It's really been and being a tough fight. It's ironical. A Catholic group asked John to talk to them about it, but our own church won't listen. Between the tension about Patty, the trial verdict, and Mark's dog, and getting Peter off to Philmont Scout Ranch hiking in New Mexico, the Boy Scouts left Friday, I've been exhausted. But the weather is beautiful and the roses are so lovely. They had such a wonderful affair in Oberlin to honor John. A gracious big home. They had an outdoor buffet reception for us. About 50 persons greeted us. A lovely dinner and so much love. They presented us with a gift of a pink dogwood and fellowship at the Divinity School for a woman priest in memory of Pamela. And a banner that you wouldn't believe, all about the trial. It was such a fantastic event. How come we lost? We'll be in Bermuda from August 3rd to the 10th. God bless. Love, Ruth. Southampton Princess Hotel, Golf and Beach Club, P.O. Box 1379, Hamilton, Bermuda, August 9th, 1975. Dearest Mother and Dad, we're coming to the end of a beautiful trip, and it's always hard to leave such a lovely place. I'm having my hair done for the banquet ball tonight, right now, but hated to leave the ocean. These conventions, Federation of Insurance Council, lawyers for insurance companies, really keep quite a round of events. While the husbands have a meeting in the morning, the wives can either shop or go to the pool or ocean. One day they had a lovely luncheon for us at a home on the ocean. Her husband was a Bermudan lawyer and member of Parliament. That evening they invited the Bermuda members of Parliament to the President's reception and banquet. Last night there was a cocktail party and barbecue down on the beach and calypso entertainment. John rented motorcycles for a couple of days, and we went to Hamilton and also down around to some beaches and went snorkeling. The reefs don't seem as pretty as the Bahamas. I wish I had a picture of us with our motorcycle helmets and on our cycle. It was really exciting, especially driving on the left side. It's the way to travel here. And the men really do wear Bermuda shorts. They wear them with knee socks and jackets, even to work, and even on formal occasions. They really look sharp. We've had such wonderful meals that I hate to face Patty and the scales when we get home. We each lost 5 pounds before we left. Patty's idea. We had our Koinonia Bible study picnic supper the Friday before we left. Patty should have got her jaw unwired Thursday, and yesterday the English Girl Scouts were to arrive. They'd planned a dinner party for them last night, and Patty was planning to take her guests to the yacht club tomorrow and after we get home. Wednesday night we are having a picnic at our house for all the families that are hosting the Girl Scout troop, about 50. One girl is staying at our house now. Then on Sunday the 17th we have invited about 80 people for a buffet, and the following Sunday, the 24th, having a family picnic the day before Lakeside. Hoping Dick and Joan can be there for it. So it will be a busy time. The summer has gone just too fast, but summers always do, but this one even more so. Sunday. We had a lovely evening at the ball, and John just called a lady about a book, The Desire of Ages, about Jesus, and she is mailing us a copy. It is so good. Feel like we are on the Titanic, dancing while the Earth ship is sinking. God bless. Love, Ruth. Note from John. This island is a bit more formal than the Bahamas and Mexico. Gives the place a little different feeling. Nice. Everyone rides the motor-assisted cycles around the island. They are lots of fun. The water looks like the Bahamas, but is not as clear. The reefs close to shore appear to be dead, but the ones farther out have a lot of fish, etc. Hope you are both keeping well. Love, John. 21508 Avalon Drive, Rocky River, Ohio, 44116, December 16th, 1975. Dearest Mother and Dad, a lovely Christmas card and letter from Bud just arrived, enclosing a beautiful picture of Janet. She is simply radiant. A lovely girl, and you must just love her so very much. It is wonderful that you've been able to see her mature, all of them. I managed to post a parcel to you yesterday, but they thought it would take 2 weeks. I do hope that you don't try to mail us one. It is such a hard job for you, and the postage is so high. I thought it would be better if I'd sent a check, for I really don't know what your needs are. I feel so fortunate that Bud is nearby and could help you. Our trip to the Bahamas is off and we are so disappointed. We would have left the day after tomorrow. John's mother is happy, though, that she can come for Christmas, and Helen was to have also. We went to Oberlin last night for a wonderful dinner with the Peter Beebes and some of their supporters, 2 professors of the college and wives. It is very sad, however, for it looks as though Peter will be forced out of the church. The appeal in Washington failed 4-3, 3 women voting for the acquittal and 4 men priests for conviction. Our appeal is in February, but the appeal court is even further biased. We went to see Mark. He's had pneumonia and looks even paler and thinner. He just finished a 25-page paper. He's been working so hard. We took him some fruit, grapefruit, oranges, and apples for the vitamin C. Wish we could give you some. Friday, December 18th, 1975. Yesterday was the day we were to have left for the Bahamas, and it would have been beautiful timing. We've had such a lovely fall, up in the 60s even a week ago, but yesterday it went down into the 20s, and we have snow, and it is cold. Patty played viola in the Christmas concert last night. It was lovely, but I don't feel the spirit anymore. If Bud hasn't yet ordered the flowers, please tell him to give them to you, or the check for them. I wanted to ask him to get something for you from us, but didn't think he'd want to bother, or rather I didn't want to bother him, for he does so much for you just being there. Helen Lacey is going to New York to visit her son Steve, so John's mother will be disappointed. We'll have to figure out how to get her over here. John is driving the Donaldsons to the airport tomorrow. Their whole family is spending Christmas in the Florida Keys, which will be lovely. We asked Bud if he and his family would go camping with us on our island, but he said no. Hope you have a lovely Christmas with them and New Year's. Love, Ruth. 21508 Avalon Drive, Rocky River, Ohio, 44116. December 20th, 1975. This is a letter from Patricia. Dear Grandma and Grandpa, vacation is here and the snow is piling up. During the holidays, many of the colleges are having open houses downtown, so I'm looking forward to those and hope I get accepted. Since we're staying home for Christmas, Mark and Grandma Ray will be coming over. We got a card from Uncle Bud with a beautiful picture of Janet. We started our school vacation a little early yesterday because school was let out at noon because all the lights were off. The students were ecstatic. Mom says the weather right now is just like Saskatchewan. No thanks. Enjoy the holidays. Love, Patty. To be continued. Well, that concludes today's presentation. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. God bless you. Take care, and I'll see you next time.